is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Corey, or Autobot, and I'm here today bringing you guys a brand new video. Today's video, guys, is talking about a very, very hot topic within the community right now. It is a very big one, especially amongst snipers. Now, Charlie Intel had a picture tweeted out on their Twitter the other day, and it was a post from Michael Condrey over on Reddit, and it was a list of potential weapon nerfs and buffs that will be coming to the game, possibly. It's not stuff that they have fully committed to, but it's stuff that they're looking into and probably going to bring to the game. We aren't sure yet. But there's 5 weapons there that we're going to receive a buff or a nerf. Now, there's one that I am going to talk about specifically, but I am going to bring the other ones to your guys' attention as well. Now, the first one I'm going to bring to your guys' attention is the STG-44. They're looking at a buff to the STG. Now, the STG, in my opinion, I mean, I've picked it up and used it, and it is an all-around great gun. I find the only thing I could really use, if anything, is a slightly faster ADS time and a slightly reduced hip fire spread. Really, in terms of that weapon, there really isn't much more I can say about it. It is a great all-around gun. It doesn't really need anything done to it, for the most part. So, really, I think if they were to do anything, those two things would be what they should do, or just leave it as it is. Now, the FG42 got a huge nerf recently with a fire rate. Now, they're like, did we go too far with that, or should we keep it as is? Well, that's what people are debating on right now with that gun, and I honestly think it's fine where it is. I mean, it's a 3-shot kill. It should have a low fire rate, in my opinion. The bar should have a little bit more of a nerf as well. But, you know, then there was a few other weapons. The M1 Garand, I believe, was on that list as well. And I can't remember the other weapon that was on that list either, but the one weapon that that I saw on that list, and it pisses me off a little bit for the fact that it's on there, because it proves yet again that snipers are the one that always get the shitty end of the stick, and that is the Kar98. Now, you guys know I'm a heavy car user. I mean, I do like the Springfield as well, but you know, I like the car a lot more than the Springfield.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact that, one, it's a faster ADS time, and it's got a faster fire rate. I mean, in terms of damage, there really isn't a whole lot of a difference. And, in my opinion, that's why the car is the best sniper in the game. But, what he said in regards to the car is what pisses me off. He wasn't going to nerf, like, the fire rate or anything like that, but he was going to nerf the ADS time. So he was going to make it slower on ADS. And I feel like if you put the car back to the ADS time of the Springfield, I mean, that wouldn't be too bad, but from what everyone's understanding is right now, where the difference is like less than half a second. Actually, it's not even that. I think the difference is like less than 200, like less than 1/100th of a second for a difference in ADS time between the car to the Springfield. If you change that even the slightest little bit, the Springfield will then be the best sniper in the game. Which, I mean, I'm all for that. I'm all for it. I like the Springfield, too, but I love the way the car feels, and if you take, basically, you take the best sniper in the game, and you turn it into a piece of shit because you decide to reduce the ADS time, then you're going to have a lot of pissed off people within this game. Because then they're going to have to choose. They're going to have to choose slow ADS time with high fire rate, or they're going to have to choose somewhat slow, or, well, still slow fire rate and slow ADS time. So, you know, the Kar98 was I guess you could say, designed more for speed than power. I mean, it's still got a lot of power. I mean, there isn't a whole lot of a difference between the car and the Springfield. But that's what separates the two snipers. You want snipers to feel different in their own way. And by making the gun that was naturally designed more for I guess you could say a quicker shot than the Springfield for this game, you're taking that away when you take away the when you reduce the ADS time on the car. And essentially what's going to happen is, as soon as they reduce the ADS time, it's going to be slower than the Springfield for ADSing. Which is going to change the way this game is played completely. Especially in the terms of the in the pro scene as well. Because, I mean, I've watched a little bit of the competitive stuff, and the go-to sniper for the pros is the Kar98 because of their fast ADS, or the fast ADS speed. I mean, yes, I see a lot of people using the Springfield in this game as it is because of how strong the Springfield is, but I feel like the Kar98 is definitely the better sniper to use just because of the speed. And that's what makes the car a more viable option. Because, I mean, let's face it, the maps in this game, when it comes to sitting back and using a sniper the way it's supposed to be, which is what a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, nerf the car, because it's used for queer scoping faggots and all they can do is quick scope with it. On this game, there's maybe one map that's good for actually sniping the way it's supposed to be, and that's Gustav. You just sit up on top of the cannon on Gustav, and you're set to go. That's literally the only one of the... actually, I think that's probably the only good map for sniping the way you're actually supposed to snipe. But for people that play like myself and my girlfriend and all these really well-known snipers in the community, the car is the go-to weapon. I mean, the Springfield is a close second, but the car is a go-to weapon because of the fast ADS. And you take that away from a gun that, you know... You basically take that away, you're taking away the, I guess you could say, the element that us snipers need to have, and that's being able to be quick. Because in this game, especially, where you die so quick, you need to be able to get your shots off quick, and taking away the quickness of an ADS, or the speed that the Kar98 has for ADSing, basically renders sniping in this game completely pointless. Because, I mean, I've tried to run around the map and play my aggressive style with the Springfield, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't. Unless you're playing against kids with no thumbs, it does not work. Just because of how quickly you die. I really do feel that snipers are always getting the shitty end of the stick when it comes to weapon nerfs, and, I mean, this just, you know, makes it more... I guess it makes my argument more valid because, again, snipers are getting screwed over here. Because their best weapon is getting hit with a nerf. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. I always appreciate it, guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And make sure you click that bell notification so that way you guys get notified every time I upload a video. And yeah, it's been your boy Corey, or Autobot, and I'm out. Peace.